There's a quiet contradiction that many people over 60 experience, but rarely put into words. It's this: I still want a tidy, peaceful home, but my body just doesn't allow me to clean like I used to. And so, you find yourself in a familiar loop. You try to clean the way you once did, and end up sore for days after. Or you avoid it altogether, only to feel guilty, like you're slowly losing control of your own space. But that doesn't mean you're giving up. It simply means you've entered a new season of life. One where the way you care for your home needs to shift, to match the way your body and rhythm of life have changed. If you still care about keeping your home clean and organized, but don't want every cleaning session to feel like a battle between your back and your knees, then today's video is for you. We'll explore 12 simple, gentle, yet powerful habits. Habits that not only help you clean more effectively, but also help you reclaim a sense of calm, control, and independence in your own space. And whether you're in your 50s, 60s, or 70s, I truly believe you'll find at least one habit that could change the way you live with your home. So stay with me until the end of this video. And if you find this helpful, don't forget to hit subscribe to Senior Rise, where we're building a life that's simpler, calmer, and full of quiet dignity after 60. Habit 1. Start with one small corner you love. Don't think about cleaning the whole house. Seriously, not now, not all at once, not in a single day. People often say that if you want to live tidy, you need to start with the big picture. You need a plan, a schedule, determination. But at a certain age, you begin to realize the thing that truly helps you change isn't a big plan. It's a small start, a very small one. Just one corner. A small space that's just enough for you to see results. Just enough for your hands to reach without bending too low or stretching too high. Just enough for you to quietly say to yourself, I did it. It could be the small table by the window, where you usually place your morning cup of tea. Or maybe your reading nook, where the warm lamp stands beside an unfinished novel. Or simply the shoe rack by the door, where things have gotten a little messy after a busy week. Choose a place that warms your heart, not one that feels like a chore. And begin. Just straighten a cloth. Gently wipe the tabletop. Adjust a family photo frame. Dust off the armrest of a chair. These are small actions, but they carry something much bigger, a quiet sense of control. Then sit down. Take a breath. Look at what you've just done, no matter how small. You don't need to move on to the next corner. No checklists, no to-do lists. Just enjoy that little space as a gift. Because when you feel in control of one small spot, you slowly rebuild the confidence to take care of a bigger space. In your time, your strength, your way. Habit 2. Listen to your body before you begin. Not everyone cleans the same way. And the truth is, we don't feel the same every day. Some mornings, you wake up and feel like you can do anything. Your body feels light. Your steps aren't painful. Your mind feels clear. On those days, cleaning a kitchen, folding some clothes, or sweeping the porch doesn't seem too hard. But then there are other mornings. You wake up with sore shoulders, your knees ache the moment your feet hit the floor, and a heavy feeling lingers, even though the sun is shining outside. You know all too well, push just a bit too hard, and your body will react. An ache that lasts all day, a restless night because of a stiff back. And here's the most important thing. Your body has nothing to prove. You don't need to fight against it every day just to feel worthy. In fact, one of the deepest signs of wisdom in later life is this: knowing how to listen, not just to others, but to yourself. Before doing anything, pause. You don't need music or meditation. Just sit for a few minutes. Close your eyes, rest your hands on your knees, and ask, what can I actually do today without hurting myself? Maybe it's just straightening the bed. Maybe sorting through some old mail at the table. Maybe dusting a single bookshelf. Or maybe it's taking the day off. Cleaning doesn't lose its value just because you do less. On the contrary, it becomes even more meaningful when you do it at the right time, in the right way, with kindness toward yourself. Remember, no one lives in your body but you. And sometimes, a productive day is simply one where you knew when to pause. Habit 3. 1 room a day. The 1 room reset. Here's a quiet truth many don't want to admit. No one over 60 can clean the entire house in a single day. And what's even harder is that while our bodies change, our expectations often don't change fast enough. We still think we should do what we used to. Saturday, clean the kitchen, sweep the floors, do the laundry, organize the closet, all of it, just get it done. But you already know how this story ends. Halfway through, the back aches, the legs are sore, and you give up, frustrated, unfinished, even feeling like you're failing. So instead of trying to do it all, try this. Just clean 1 room a day. Just 1. Not because you're weaker, but because you're wiser. 1 room means focus, no distractions, no jumping from space to space. You start, finish, and feel that beautiful sense of done. Monday, maybe the bathroom. Tuesday, the bedroom. Wednesday, the kitchen. You don't have to follow this strictly, just enough rhythm so you don't have to decide all over again each morning. And when you're finished, do something small to mark the moment. Open a window to let the light in. Light a candle with a gentle scent. Sit down in that room and feel its peace. Cleaning is no longer a never-ending list. It becomes a rhythm, a gentle cycle you create so your living space stays touched with care, while your body and mind stay safe and steady. Which room do you usually start with when cleaning? If you've never tried focusing on just 1 room a day, give it a go this week. You might be surprised how just 1 room a day can keep your home cozy and tidy more than you ever expected. Habit 4. Clean along your daily paths. Make every step lighter. When we think about cleaning, most of us imagine a long list. The kitchen, the bathroom, the living room, the bedroom, the closets, the storage room. And just like that, we feel exhausted before we even begin. But the truth is, you don't live in every room of your house every single day. You don't touch every corner each morning. And there are places you probably haven't stepped into in weeks. So why force yourself to clean everything evenly? Instead, shift your attention to the paths you walk daily. These aren't made of bricks or tiles, but of your footsteps. From the bed to the bathroom, from the sofa to the kitchen, from the front door to the dining table, from the bed to the medicine cabinet. These are your lifelines, the routes you travel each day. So how do you clean these paths? Start with a slow morning walk around your home, when the light is soft and your mind is still clear. Pay attention. Which areas do you walk through several times a day? Which spots do you have to avoid, step around, or feel annoyed by? Pick just 2 to 3 main walking paths and tidy only those. Just those. Sweep dust and crumbs from the floors, remove obstacles, scattered slippers, folded rugs, misplaced chairs. Wipe down door handles, light switches, or tabletops you touch often. Straighten a chair, smooth out a rug, fold the hand towel on a railing. If the path has natural light, open the curtain, let the sunlight pour in. That takes just 15 to 20 minutes, but the impact is bigger than you might think. When the paths you walk each day are clean and clear, your whole home feels cared for. Even if you haven't touched the guest bedroom or storage closet, and more importantly, with no obstacles in your way, you'll feel safer, more confident, and more grounded. No more stubbing your toe on a small chair, no more awkward steps around clutter. You're quietly telling your home, I'm still here, and I'm still caring for every step I take. Habit 5. Keep things within reach. Redesign your home to serve you. Many people live in the same home for decades, but never ask themselves, is this home serving me, or am I constantly serving it? When we're younger, we don't mind reaching, bending, or climbing. We crouch to grab the broom under the cabinet, stretch to get the spray bottle on the top shelf, and go up and down stairs dozens of times without a second thought. But eventually, our body starts to speak. Every bend is a breath-holding moment from back pain. Every stretch becomes a sharp twinge in the shoulder. One small slip on the stairs can take a whole week to recover from. There is no reason to keep living the same way, not when your body is clearly asking for a different approach. Redesign your space, not to look good, not to look like a magazine home, but to be livable. Easy to reach, easy to clean, easy on your body. So, where to begin? Start by observing where you keep your daily or cleaning items. If your cleaning spray is under the sink, move it to a waist-level cabinet. If you stretch to the top shelf for your rags, roll a few and place them in a small basket on the counter. If your mop and bucket are hidden deep in the storage room, bring them out and store them somewhere dry and close by. You don't need to overhaul your entire storage system. Just move the things you use most often to where your hands can reach, without bending or stretching. If you have multiple floors, prepare a small cleaning kit for each one. No need for a full set, just the essentials: a cloth, a spray bottle, a small trash bag. Worried about your space looking cluttered? Remember, clutter isn't about having things. Clutter is not being able to reach what you need and when you need it. Every time you relocate an item to a better spot, you're quietly telling yourself, I deserve to live in a space that supports me. Not one that drains me, not one that demands, but one that helps me, cares for me every day. If you're still here with me, thank you. Even one small change a day can make life feel more breathable. Which habit have you started applying? I'd love to hear in the comments. Habit 6. Use lighter, easier to hold tools. Sometimes your hand goes numb the moment you pick something up, not because you're lazy, but because that tool no longer suits your body today. The spray bottle under your sink, maybe it's what you use every day to clean the stove. But every time you squeeze it, your fingers ache. Try switching to a mini spray bottle with an easy trigger, or even a misting spray that works automatically. You'll notice the difference from day one. That mop, leaning in the corner, doesn't require twisting or pressing to wring. If each wring makes your back tense up, try one with a simple side handle wringer, or a rotating mop head that doesn't require heavy lifting. Some even have a locking mechanism to prevent wobbling, so you don't have to struggle with balance. What about rags? If you need to twist hard with both hands each time you rinse, try switching to microfiber gloves. Just wear them, wipe like you're gently petting surfaces, and toss them in the basket. No squeezing, no wringing. These are small changes, but when you use these tools weekly, sometimes daily, they're no longer small details. They become the difference between fatigue and ease, between hesitation and readiness. You don't need to replace every tool. Just pick the one you use most and find a version that matches your hands, your back, and your rhythm of life today. It doesn't mean you're weaker. It means you're wiser, saving energy for what truly matters in life. Habit 7. Long-handled tools. No bending, no kneeling, keep your back straight, and the work still flows. Every time you mop the floor, you have to lean over. When cleaning cabinet corners, you squat down, then struggle to push yourself back up. And when dust settles on high shelves, you reach, stretch, or even climb on a chair just to get to it. And the next day, your body speaks up. Your knees ache, your spine stiffens. It feels like you've just finished a full workout, only to clean a single small room. If cleaning causes pain, you're less likely to do it next time. And slowly, things start piling up. Your home may not be dirty, but it begins to feel like it's working against you. The truth is, it's not that you can't do it anymore. It's that the way you do it no longer suits the body you live in today. So take a closer look at your tools. If your broom forces you to bend, you need a longer handle. If your mop requires constant twisting, you need one with a flexible head. If you're kneeling to wipe baseboards, it's time to use a long-handled, flat dusting tool that can glide into tight corners. These changes aren't luxury. They're not high-end technology. They're just simple tools designed so you don't have to sacrifice your back or your knees for a clean home. You can reach under the bed without bending. You can wipe baseboards without touching the floor. You can clean high corners with tools that extend your reach. Don't force your body to stretch to what could be brought closer. Just stand tall, keep your spine aligned, and let the tool do the rest. Cleaning shouldn't feel like a fitness test. It should be a gentle movement. Clean enough, pleasant enough, just enough to remind you that you still own your space. Habit 8. Use carts and wheels instead of lifting. Have you ever carried a basket of laundry down the hallway and had to pause halfway just to catch your breath? Not because you're weak, but because your body no longer wants to endure heavy lifting, especially when there's a lighter, easier way. And often, it's not the load itself that wears you out, but the way you're carrying it. A laundry basket without wheels might seem simple, but to carry it from the bedroom to the washer, you have to hunch over, grip tightly, and use your whole upper body for balance. A small potted plant, without a dolly, forces you to shuffle carefully, worried about spilling dirt or tripping. A mop bucket, without wheels, has to be lifted and poured each time, wasting energy and increasing slip risk. Bit by bit, your strength goes into things that could have simply rolled instead of being lifted. So start looking around your home and ask, does your laundry basket have wheels? Can your mop be pushed lightly instead of carried? Do you have a small cart to move items between rooms? If not, chances are you're powering through more than you need to every single day. Change doesn't have to be complicated. A plastic basket with wheels, a lightweight frame to wheel your plants into the sun, a mop with a rolling water tank that follows you. They may be small upgrades, but they stop you from holding your breath, bracing your back, or whispering to yourself, maybe I should wait for someone else to help. You don't have to. You just need a different way, lighter, smarter, and still fully in your control. By the way, now that we've come this far, tell me, is there an item in your home that you always have to lift to use? Pause and think about it. Leave a comment. Maybe today is the day to change how you deal with it. Habit 9. Sit while cleaning. A chair is a tool, too. No one ever said cleaning has to be done standing up, yet most of us assume If you're doing something around the house, you should be up, moving, and active. And by the end of the day, your legs swell, your back hurts, and you find yourself lying down just to recover from folding laundry or organizing papers. But everything shifts when you introduce a chair. You don't have to bend over to clean the lower cabinets. Just sit down, pull your chair close, and wipe comfortably. You don't need to stand for an hour while sorting old documents, place them on a table, and go through them while seated and supported. Many older adults still think, "I'll just stand and get it over with." But forcing yourself to push through day after day will eventually become a burden. Now imagine having a chair, a stool with wheels, a low seat, or even one with a backrest. It doesn't just make cleaning easier on your body, it creates a calming rhythm. You move, you sit, you breathe. You're not rushing, you're not straining. In fact, a chair can become a rest stop in your cleaning journey. Each time you finish a task, sit down for 2 minutes, take a sip of water, look around, and feel the room changing because of your gentle touch. So today, try this. Can you place a chair in the kitchen for peeling fruit or wiping counters? Can you keep a lightweight stool in the living room to sort clutter? Can you add a low stool in the bathroom so you can clean the sink without kneeling? Sometimes, all it takes is changing your posture to change your whole relationship with housework. Habit 10. Be gentle. Spray and wait. Keep your energy. Let the solution do the hard work. There are days when it feels like everything needs scrubbing. The sink is marked with hard water stains. The floor tiles look dusty and dull. And the kitchen counter seems to carry a diary of every meal you've made. And your first instinct? Scrub it hard. You grab a brush, lean in, tense your shoulders, tighten your grip. As if dirt only gives in to sheer force. But here's a secret. Real cleaning power doesn't come from your hands, it comes from patience. Most stubborn messes, grease, mineral buildup, soap scum, can be softened before being cleaned. Just spray the right solution, like diluted vinegar, baking soda, or a gentle cleaner. Let it sit for a few minutes, then wipe it down with a damp cloth. No scrubbing, no strain. We're used to thinking that cleaning has to be done fast and forcefully. But when you give the product time to work, you're not just protecting your body, you're creating a softer rhythm for your day. Spray the kitchen surface and fold some laundry while you wait. Spray the bathroom stain, then go make yourself a cup of tea. By the time you return, the dirt has loosened and all it takes is a gentle wipe. This isn't just a tip, it's a different way to live, where you don't fight with housework, but cooperate with time and tools. Have you ever tried the spray and wait method? If so, which part of the house do you use it most often? Share in the comments. Your small habit might be the big help someone else needs. Habit 11. Simplify bed making. Start the day with calm, not back pain. Have you ever sighed just by walking toward the bed in the morning? Not because it's messy, but because you know what's coming. Pulling heavy sheets, tucking tight corners, shaking out thick blankets, all just to make it look neat. But does making your bed really need to feel like a workout? Bed making is not a formal ritual. It's just a small action to begin your day with a little order. And for older adults, it should never be something that leaves you sweaty or sore before breakfast. A few simple changes can make it feel as light as pouring a glass of water. Choose lighter blankets instead of layered, heavy ones. Use fitted sheets with elastic corners so you don't have to bend and tuck. And if you've never tried it, look up a small tool called a bed tucker. It's made specifically to help you tuck sheets under the mattress without bending too far. These changes might seem invisible to others, but your body will thank you. And here's the surprise. When bed making is no longer a chore, it becomes a gentle act of self-care. As you smooth the sheet and pull up the blanket, you're quietly telling yourself, today will be tidy, today will be kind. Habit 12. Wipe it fresh. Don't wait. A small spill now is better than a big scrub later. A coffee drip on the table, a wet footprint by the door, a splash of oil on the stove. They take only seconds to appear, and often we think, I'll clean it later. But later rarely comes, or it comes after the stain has hardened, spread, or set in place, making cleaning 10 times harder than it had to be. The older we get, the more we realize. It's not housework we dread, it's the feeling of being buried under it. We're not afraid to clean. We're afraid of looking around and not knowing where to start. And the simplest way to avoid that is this. Handle the small things when they're still small. Wipe a fresh mess. No scrubbing needed. Wipe the table right after the meal, 15 seconds. Rinse the glass you just used and avoid a mountain of dishes later. You'll be surprised. The day passes, the house stays clean, and you never once had to set time aside to clean. Keeping a clean home doesn't mean staying busy all day. It just means being present and responding to messes while they're still easy. If you have a little trick to clean as you go, share it in the comments. It might be the simple key someone else has been waiting for. We've just walked through 12 gentle cleaning habits, simple, practical, and most importantly, kind to your body. And now you can pause for a moment, not to admire how clean your home is, but to realize something deeper. You've begun treating yourself more gently too. Because cleaning, when you really think about it, was never just about physical effort. It's about how we choose to live with the space around us. When you place things within easy reach, when you wipe a mess while it's still fresh, when you sit while folding clothes instead of standing too long, you're not just tidying your home, you're creating a life that breathes easier. A life with more ease, more comfort, and more care day by day. Instead of a big weekend cleaning marathon, let the small, consistent actions guide you. That's not sacrifice, it's sustainability. It's not a burden, it's companionship with your space. I believe this deeply. No one is ever too old to begin. You only need to pick one habit, just one, and try it tomorrow, or even right after this video ends. Then you'll see, you don't need to change everything. You just need to change how you approach it. And that is more than enough. If you're still here with me, thank you truly. Now I'd love to know, which of the 12 habits will you start with? Leave a comment below. Not just for me, but as a gentle promise to yourself. And so I can walk alongside you on this journey. And if today's message meant something to you, please don't hesitate to click like or share this video with someone who might need it. You can also hit subscribe to Senior Rise, so each week you receive something light, thoughtful, and meaningful to carry with you. Cleaning doesn't have to be hard. Caring for your home doesn't have to be exhausting. When you choose to be kinder to yourself, that's when everything begins to change.